Pretty much every business out there is going to have some type of discount they offer at some point in time during their sales cycle or at certain times of the year. So think of like holidays, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We just went through a lot of those just recently. Almost every business out there offers something for that. You probably also have something for first time customers, returning customers. Maybe if somebody stayed even longer than that, 5 years at a certain anniversary, you might give some type of discount or reward. Basically, discounts run through almost every single business as you grow. And so what we want to set up is a system inside your business to automatically send this to people when they hit one of those signals I just talked about. So we don't want to just send this out to anybody. We do want to look for certain signals that show interest in either purchasing our product or buying our service, and or people that hit certain milestones that are customers of ours. So what I'm going to show you is inside of this diagram in front of us. This is the system you're going to want in your business to automatically do this. It looks for marketing signals. Someone shows interest, and then we are going to send out these discounts to try to get them over the line to purchase and or close the deal if they're not already there. So this one specifically is for people that are not working with us. But like I mentioned, if you do have customers that you are working with certain milestones, you still can use this framework to set it up for those people as well. So up here, we have the overview. I'm just going to read it. The chart is going to show us how to send special discount emails to people who show interest so your business can get more of them to buy, and obviously for you guys to make more money. All right, so we've talked about signals. We have our recent activity up top, okay? And recent activity is going to be things like, did they go to our pricing page? Did they read a certain blog? Did they go to a webinar of ours? Did they try to download a lead magnet that's gated content? There's something there that is going to allow you to look at a signal to show someone's interest. So an example, if in my world with Salesforce, if I have a lead magnet out there that says, you can get this checklist, and here's the top 10 things you have to do when you purchase Salesforce. Somebody that downloads that piece of content is likely going to be a really good fit for our business. Why? Because we obviously help people set up their Salesforce. So now I know that if they're trying to download that, they have a serious intent to try to want to set up their own Salesforce, and they may not know how. That's why they're looking for resources. So it's a good fit for my business to come in and try to see if they are a good fit for us and see if they'd be interested in our firm helping them out. So you can look for signals like that. Another one might be your website. So if someone comes to my website and starts looking at pricing, I would know that their mindset is typically around comparison. They're usually looking between me and somebody else, and it's usually a good time at that point too to kind of step in and see if they're interested in what we can do to try to get them to close the deal. These are all signals that are usually a good point as well to try to send some type of discount or a specific type of content to them to push them over that line to purchase your product or service. So we're looking for that type of activity, and that's going to help us not just send this out to random people that had no interest in wanting to buy, and then you becoming this business out there that people just kind of see you as you send out generic discounts for anybody and everybody, and we always should get a discount, and that's going to make it harder with your pricing in the long run and your reputation. So we're going to be very intentful about how we do this, okay? So after we figure out that signal and something like that happens, we want to figure out first, in my opinion, do we know this person or not? This makes it even more tailored to how we want to send this message and what type of discount we want to offer. If this is someone we do not know, it's a brand new person that hit our website or downloaded a piece of content, then what we want to do first is also create that lead inside of Salesforce. You're paying money to get this information. The last thing you want to do is just not put it in a database and not try to contact them and not know who went there. Regardless if this person purchases, that data is super valuable for your marketing team and sales team. If they don't purchase, it's just as good, in my opinion, as if they did purchase, because we have to know who's not interested to dial in who we think would be interested. And or if we want that person to be interested and they didn't buy, then that helps us reflect on our pricing, our product, the messaging that we have on our social, the messaging we have on our website. Why isn't that person that we want to buy from us not buying from us? So you want to make sure you're logging all of these people inside of Salesforce, regardless if you think they're good or bad. They're always going to be good as far as a data point so that the business can decide what to do as far as cleaning things up or focusing on different people. So we're going to create a lead no matter what, if we don't know them. If we do know them and you already have this person in your database, Salesforce, then we want to go find that lead and or contact and then update to say, hey, they've re-engaged with us. And also, you might have now specific messaging you want to say. To make it more tailored, like I said, you might want to say something like, welcome back. Hey, we saw you come back. Or we talked to you last time at this date. How can we help you differently this time? What made you want to return? You might have more messaging around like that. Versus if it's a brand new person, you're probably not going to go that route. But it's just a nice little touch to say that you're listening, you know who they are, they're somebody that you obviously value their information that you got the first time, and that's why you're trying to be a little more tailored this time around. After you do that, we want to then look at that activity like we've mentioned. I won't talk at depth in this situation again, but you have website, download, and webinar. They do one of these activities. You could have 50 million of these activities. It's just dependent on your business and what you guys do. This is an example, though, that they could go do one of these three things, and we're going to then send out this discount email. Okay. At this point in time, I've seen this happen a couple different ways within businesses. Okay. If you're small, you don't have this is your first time setting up the system, just set it up really simple. And the reason you want to do that is when you think through what you are testing and what you should change if this doesn't work, it makes it really hard if we build a 20-step program and now, hey, we're not getting any leads, nobody's interested, we can't get people to engage. Well, now there's 20 different things that I potentially could change to make somebody interested. And it's going to take you a lot longer to go through each one of those and figure out which one you should change and what angle you should put on it. It's like infinite options at that point of how many things you could change. So what I like to do first is, if you're a business barely setting this up, do it short and small. That way, when they come here, maybe we don't in the future always just want to offer a discount right off the bat. Maybe we want to vet it a little bit more. Well, right now, we're just going to offer it to pretty much anybody that shows one of these signals, because we want to see if that gets them to purchase. If they get them to purchase and we're just having too many people come through with discounts, that's kind of a good sign because it's working. But we can also add more steps to prevent that from happening, or more steps to make sure they're the right person we want to work with after the fact. If you try doing that in the reverse, again, you're adding steps there that you're going to have to try to figure out that may work or may not work. And so it's just easier to start this out small, test it, get the data, and then move on from there. Okay. So in this situation where it's a small framework, we're just going to send out this discount email. And then depending on what they did, we're going to be a little more crafty about how we want to message that email. If it's a download and it's a lot of intention, we're probably going to speak to that pain point and offer a discount that might be a certain percentage, versus somebody that just hit the website. I don't even really know if they're the most ideal person. I don't even know if they're using Salesforce. I don't know if they found it by accident. I don't know what they're doing on our website. So I may not just go with the biggest discount that I want to offer because I don't even know their intentions right now. Same with webinar, where it's like the most intention, right? They went to this hour-long thing, 15-minute thing, 30-minute thing, and sat through a demo on your product or service. Shows a lot of intention here that they would be likely interested in moving forward. Then what we're going to do is see if this has been opened or clicked after we send this email. If the answer is yes, we want to notify the sales team and send them either a message in Slack, an email, or Teams, and or all three, and let them know that, hey, this person has engaged with us. Send them a link to that lead or that contact that we have created inside of Salesforce inside of this notification so that they can then start engaging with this person. If the answer is no, we still paid for this information, like you know. So what we want to do is, I see businesses call this cold storage or storage. I've kind of taken that name. I've liked it. Basically, what this means to me, though, is storage just means this is somebody we tried to engage with. They didn't respond. Doesn't mean that we don't ever want to talk to them again, but maybe we want to give them somewhat of a break before we re-engage with them. So if that means we got to wait 3 months, a month, 2 weeks, a week, whatever number comes to your mind that's best for your business, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take them out of all of our marketing information. We're going to wait a certain period of time, and then we're going to start re-engaging with them again to see if it's now a better time or they're more interested at this point in time to try to want to do business with us. So put them in storage and then take them out. If I were to add to this, I have plenty of other videos that do add to this. I'm keeping this simple. What I would do from here then is take them out of storage after X amount of time and then re-engage with them through a different type of lead nurturing sequence. Okay. So this is it. If you don't have this inside of your business, this is a really good one. Like I said, almost every business we've ever ran into offers a discount at some point in time. And so it's a good one to have available and automatically happening so you don't have to think through it and increase your odds of getting more deals in. Again, it's a lot of good test data too, because you can also see who's biting on wanting a discount versus not wanting a discount and help you dial in the ideal customer that you guys are looking for. If you do not have this inside your business, you want it in your business and you need some help, there is a link in the description below. You can click that. We'll see if we're a good fit for you guys. And if we are, we'd love to come in and set this up for you. I appreciate it.